Clingers, it is my birthday month and I have a very special offer for you. Go to vanessaclinger.com and register for the 60-minute video coaching session that is only $54. Go out to vanessaclinger.com and sign up today, all month long. Stay in love. This week's episode is sponsored by Adores World. Go to www.adoresworld.com for all your beauty supply needs. Everything from custom lashes, wig units, and even consulting vendor services. You can also find them on Instagram at Adores World. Go to www.adoresworld.com. Contact Mia today. Enlightenment at its best. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. How are you? I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Ride Along with Vanessa morning show. You know, I was having issues with my speaker and I realized my thing was on and I couldn't hear my promos playing, so I kind of panicked a little bit. But I think all is well now because I'm able to hear it. So how are you guys doing on this fun, fantastic, funky Friday? Huh? How you doing? Did you have a great week? Was your week filled with opportunities? Was your week filled with endless joy and gratitude for your existence? If not, stick around because I consider me your joy ambassador, because after all the hell that I've been through, in exchange for that experience, my creator exchanged my heaviness with gladness, and all my depression has been replaced with joy. So take that. Welcome, everybody. I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Ride Along with Vanessa morning show, where we provide you with 100% free coaching at your service, raw, real enlightenment at its best. I see you, my friend. I see you. Hello, son. Thank you for shining on me today. Hello, son. Thank you. Guys, I am here already. So we're going to get parked. We're going to get positioned. And we're going to get started. So I hope you guys are ready. Good day, spirit. Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. Hello, my son. Do, 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 do. All right, let's set this one up because I know you are going to start barking at people, and we can't have that today. Okay? It is fun, fantastic, funky Friday. How are you guys doing? Okay, all right, I'm ready. I am so ready. Okay, so let's just get started here. I'm going to put on my spectacles because you guys know, woman of a certain age, things start to kind of go out on you a little bit. That's okay. You know why? Because I got the victory. Okay. All right, so let me just see what we got going on here. How you guys doing? Let me pull in these comments so I can see everybody. And yeah, hello, Michelle. Hello, my love. Namaste, everybody. I bow to the divine presence in each and every one of you. Okay, so gosh. Mm, 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 mm. What a day, what a day. All right. It's already warm. That sun is beating down on me. Yes, yes, yes. So hope you guys had a great week. Seriously. Hope you did. Hope you had a great week filled with endless joy and opportunity. Seriously. Filled with revelation and insight. Filled with the opportunity that you can, that in the in the words of Joan Rivers, you can turn it all around, and you can. Just don't give up. I'm serious. And even when you want to give up, guess what? Your purpose and your destiny will not let you give up, because this is the lifetime that where you decided, no, I'm not going to give up. No matter what comes at me, I'm going to keep pushing. So I need you, God, that this time when I come back, don't pay no attention to these feelings of wanting to get up out of here, these feelings of want to just end it all. Just say no to that and keep me here to fulfill my purpose. Yes, I hope you guys understand that, the importance of it all, that this is a lifetime where you said, no, I'm doing it. I'm fulfilling my purpose, and I'm going to arrive at my destination. Yes. Woo, I hope you guys, All right, all right. It's Friday, right? We're going to do the Friday song before we get started. So I'll put on my future so bright glasses. You guys ready? A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Yay! Things are going my way. Things are going my way. Things are going your way. It is fun, fantastic, funky Friday. Welcome to the Right Along with Vanessa Morning Show. I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome, everybody. Okay, let's get started, shall we? All right, so product service announcement. So I am this is the last week. Next week is the last week where I'm promoting my session special for $54. You go out to www.nessaklinger.com and purchase a 60-hour coaching session with me for $54. That's 70% off. Really, really good savings there. So if you enjoy my coaching and you want to spend an hour with me where I can allow spirit to help me tap into those deficiencies within your soul, you need to go to www.vanessaklinger.com and take advantage of this $54 off, okay? Because that's not the original price, right? So in honor of my birthday and in honor of the show premiere, where we're streaming worldwide, it is my way of giving back to you for those of you who may not have it. But that $54 will be well worth it. I'm telling you, invest in you, okay? Also, I am giving away free books. I give away a certain amount of free books every month. So if, as a service, right? Free books. Now, the last couple of weeks we talked about time to transform. So you guys know the backstory on that. You also know the backstory of Hello Grace, So today we're going to talk about Is That All You Got, Bring It. Now, this one is a series of stories that I experienced and how I was able to turn my life blows into benefits. See, because everything that you are going through, it's all in how you view it. Keep it up. Keep it up. You'll be walking home. I was able to turn my life blows into benefits and everything that you're going through. Good day, Dr. Wayne. Dr. Wayne came to see me last night. And when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change, And after all my experiences, because this is a little thicker, because this contains like, it's kind of like my really like a biopic, really. And I mean, like from beginning to end, and how it all started, and just everything that I experienced from my personal relationships, the issues with my mother, and just my husband Kevin, and my drug use, and all that fun, exciting, dramatic stuff that comes with your life movie. Man, I don't know who was at that script writing meeting up before I got here, but I'm telling you, it's been nothing but series of movies and events. I'm telling you. So, is that all you got? Bring it, okay? We'll encourage you and let you know that you are not alone. So go out to www.vanessaclinger.com and take advantage of these offers here. Okay, so that's all we have. So we are going to take a little break, and we'll be back in 15 seconds. Stay tuned.
This week's episode is sponsored by Impressive Jewels by Elisa Carter. Elisa Carter has been my consultant since inception of the Right Along with Vanessa morning show. So go to ImpressiveJewels.net today. Get your little something. You deserve it.
And we're back. Okay. So Sunday we premiered Spiritually Speaking, right? And we had a special guest on, Michelle Master Washington, my co-host, and I. We had a special guest on, and her name was Anissa Zabriskie, and she's a health and wellness expert, and her company, Innovative Coaching Solutions, has partnered up with Isagenix, and she has a whole slew of products and services that she provides with partnering with them. And so she sent me some samples, and you guys know you love samples, right? I love them because you get to try it before you buy it, right? So she sent me this because I said, Anissa, I have an issue sometimes. Good day. I have an issue sometimes where sometimes I need a little pep, I need a little oomph, and it just to give me a little, to wake me up. Because when you become a person of a certain age, it's kind of, you start moving kind of slow. So you need a little something to jumpstart your processor, right? So she sent me this, and I'm telling you, all natural, herbs and vitamins only. None of that stuff that those energy drinks put in, because that could really damage your heart, right? So go out to rerouting.isagenx.com. I think I have the banner here, if I can find it. Keep it up, hot dog. Keep it up. I'm telling you, he is in a mood today because I woke him up early, guys. You should have seen him. I got up, and because his bed is at the foot of my bed, right? So he was sleeping good. I mean, he had his head buried, he had his little blankie over his head. I mean, he's just like a human, right? So he's sitting there asleep. And I go in and I open up the dresser to grab, something to get dressed on, so I wouldn't get all my clothes. And he looks up at me like, why are you waking me up? I'm like, look, this is my house, okay? You are a dog. He's like a human. He's so manipulative in his own little ego. Okay, so go to, I don't have it here, but I'll have it next time. But go to rerouting.isagenx.com and take advantage of Anissa's products and services that she provides. Now, that's not it. She also sent me, because I said sometimes I have issues with my bones and stuff. So she sent me some flavored bone broth, all natural, to help with all these things, in replacement of taking all these pills and ibuprofen and everything. So if you are into alternative ways of improving your health and wellness, then you need to go to rerouting.isagenx.com and let Anissa hook you up, okay? I'm serious. I'll let her hook you up. Okay, so thank you for all those products that are taking advantage of these products and services that we offer here at the Right Along with Vanessa morning show. We're about to get started, guys. I'm getting ready to change so you guys can see today's topic. There it is. Yep, today's topic. Yep. There it is at the banner. Rerouting. There we go. Yep. Okay, so today's topic is past life, now life. Past versus your purpose. Okay, we're going to address the karma today. All right, people. Now, if you guys have issues with the word karma, saying, oh, that's a Buddhist term and that ain't Christian, all right, how about this? So reap. Okay, so whatever you want to call it, I choose to call it karma because I like it. It's a sexy word. Karma, right? It makes sense. Oh, you can call it so reap if you want to get all in that. That ain't my business, but I choose to call it karma. Okay, now the definition of karma, my interpretation is, it's not good or bad. It's a return of the energy that you have put out either in this life or your previous life. Okay, that's what karma is to me. You reap what you sow. Okay, that's one of the scriptures. Okay, so let's get started. I think I covered everything. Now, scripture inspiration. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for the encouragement. Thank you. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, scripture inspiration. Genesis 32:22 through 28. That night, Jacob got up and took his 2 wives, his 2 female servants, and his 11 sons, and crossed the ford of the Jabbok. After he had sent them across the stream, he sent over all his possessions. So Jacob was left alone. Let's underline alone. And a man wrestled with him till daybreak. And when the man saw that he could not overpower him, he touched the socket of Jacob's hip so that his hip was wrenched as he wrestled with the man. Then the man said, "Let me go, for it is daybreak." But Jacob replied, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." The man asked Jacob, "What is your name?" "Jacob," he answered. Then the man said, "Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans and have overcome." Luke 3:23. Now Jesus himself was about 30 years old when he began his ministry. Underline 30. He was the son, so it was thought, of Joseph. Matthew 16:14. And they said, "Some say that thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, and others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets." Because Jesus asked him, "Who do men say that I am?" Okay. Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap. Past life, now life. Past versus your purpose. That's what we're talking about today. So sit back, grab you something refreshing to drink, and we're going to get started. Now, just to give you guys a little backstory on Jacob, right? This was Abraham's boy, right? Abraham had twins, Esau and Jacob. That's right. And so Jacob, Jacob was the youngest, right? So his name was interpreted as trickster, manipulative, deceiver, all that, right? That sound familiar to y'all? So he wanted his brother's birthright because in traditions, the oldest would receive the birthright. So he wanted it because he was like, "Look, I'm better. This belongs to me." Okay. Because he saw that his brother was different, had totally different disposition. He, he was like, "Well, I and his mother, his mother told him, look, his mother, right, told him that, this is how you can get it." So she was like, teaching how to be deceiving and trick his daddy into blessing him and giving him birthright, right? So now his brother wanted to kill him. Wouldn't you, wouldn't you feel the same way? So his brother wanted to kill him. So he was on the run, right? So it led him to that place where he was now alone because he was like, okay, my brother come through here and kill me. I don't want to kill my family. Just take me out. I'll be here by myself. You can find me. Y'all going over there and stay safe. and hide because Esau's coming. So he's left alone, right? I would like to imagine, it's all about past life now. We're going to get there. I would like to imagine that, because before he was even born, it was prophesied on that he would be great, and and his mother knew that. But this is how I see the reason behind this story is his ego side of him, right? His ego side wanted something that didn't belong. See, your purpose and your calling does not belong to your ego, which edges God out, right? Your ego thinks it has to get over on people. Your ego thinks it has to deceive folks. Your ego thinks it has to manipulate and lie and cheat and steal and take. It's your spiritual side, that God version of you, that where your purpose and all of that and your destiny and where you are going, all of the great wonderful things belongs to that version of you, right? So here he is alone. It was at night, dark night of the soul, and he had to come to terms with what he had done, right? It's just me, I'm just telling the story, okay? He had to come to terms with what he had done. And in my opinion, that God that visited him, that was him. He was wrestling with his purpose, right? The God version of him. He was wrestling with that. His ego was wrestling with it, because in my opinion, I believe he was tired of allowing that version of him to rule and reign in his life. And there's going to come a time when you reach a turning point in your life too, where you're going to get tired of being evil, mean, wicked, and nasty, or allowing your ego to rule and reign in your life. You're going to get tired of it. And you're going to have to come to terms with that. Because this is a life where you decided, no, this is a life I'm going to fulfill my purpose. This is a life where I'm going to finally arrive at my destination. This is the life. So when you find that you are wrestling, and let me give you some examples of people wrestling, right? People that are wrestling with their divine version of them, their purpose, and their ego version of them are the people that you'll see, right? That'll cuss you out at the drop of a dime and then be in church, praising the Lord, speaking in tongues. It's a war. It's a wrestle, right? I can tell you this. If your intentions are pure, if you are sincere, then that divine version of you will win. But you have to submit and allow it to die. So while he was wrestling, right, he said, look, I ain't gonna let you go till you bless me. And because he didn't give up, he received the blessing. What was the blessing? You are no longer Jacob. You're no longer the deceiver, a liar, evil, mean, wicked, and nasty. You are Israel. And everything that's tied, thank you, Spirit, everything that's tied to your purpose and your destiny, when you finally allow yourself to align with that, that is when you will see the great things happen in your life. That is when you will see the things just naturally come to you. Why? Because they belong to you. They don't belong to that ego-driven version of you. People call it the devil, whatever you want. It's you, okay? It's that version of you, past life, now life. It's that version of you that is comfortable. Some people just comfortable lying and cheating and stealing and manipulating. I know I was. It was easy for me to manipulate and convince people and persuade them to do something, to take something from my benefit, right? That was easy. I was using my power for evil and not for good. Why? Because, in my opinion, what I've come to realize is that I've been here before. And my past life was a life where a lot of things that I did for people that was not godly. You know, I manipulated people, lied, stole, did all kind of stuff. I'm owning it. And you know what the thing is that all through my 20s, it's interesting. All through my 20s, I knew I knew I didn't have no business down in Key West stripping and doing drugs and having a good time. I knew it. Train up a child in the way it should go when it grows and won't depart. Okay. Ain't you glad you made it to get old? So I knew I didn't have no business doing all that because I felt like something was calling me. What was calling me? Let me tell you. It's called your purpose. They call it your North Node in astrology. But what it is, your North Node, purpose, represents the kinds of experience that we must work to develop order to work with our karma and to grow spiritually. Okay. The South Node, y'all here, you get out of the car right now. The South Node is the seat of your comfort zone. It is the area you live in up until about the age of 30. Remember 30? So in my 20s, I knew I didn't have no business in what I was doing. And I'm telling you, I felt like I had a due date coming up, right? And I was partying hard because I was like, man, I gotta hurry up because I know by the time I don't want to be stuck doing this because I inherently felt that if I continued doing what I was doing by the time I made it to 30, because I was always reminded of Jesus when he started the ministry, right? I don't know, it's crazy. That I would be stuck in that storyline, right? And I'm telling you guys, when I was 28, Kevin and I got married. We went to Key West, and he brought home this flyer. Lose weight now, ask me how, right? And because I was chunky. I go through my phases. And so I called the lady, met her, went to her apartment, sat down, and I'm telling you the truth. When I sat down, and she gave me these 2 capsules, and they were the NRG capsules with the guarana and all the herbal stuff that gives you energy and stuff. When I took those, I felt a voice behind me say, this is what you must do. I mean, it was just as clear and calm and peaceful. I said, this is what you must do. And I said, okay, I want to do it. And I began selling Herbalife because, I wasn't working. Kevin was taking very good care of me. And I wasn't working or anything. That was my South Node because that's where I come from. People taking care of me and bailing me out and doing things for me and me just letting them do it. So I decided, okay, I want to be better. I really want to, get my life together, And she said, you want to go to church? I said, okay, yeah, we go to church. It's in my books. All of it's in my books, y'all. I said, yeah, I'll go to church. I've been to church. I was raised in church. I'll go. So when I sat down, it felt very comfortable. There's going to be times in your life where you feel as if everything was like, they call it deja vu, but it's just very like you're in sync with your story, right? That you're supposed to be here, right place, right time, those type of things, those synchronistic moments. It felt like that. And that was when I received the baptism of the Holy Spirit with the speaking in tongues. I went through all of that, right? All of that. Going after God, seeking after him, wanting to be in his presence and all this kind of stuff. Not knowing that he was already in me, you know what I mean? But that was my journey, right? I was battling with that old version of me because that was 20 years ago now, okay? It was a journey. So battling and working those things out and my karma, because there were some experiences that I could not understand, that did not make sense to me, right? But inherently I knew I did this to somebody. And I knew that I had to experience that feeling or what it felt like. What does that do, guys, when that happens? See, this is why you cannot allow yourself to become bitter by your situation and your circumstances. Because somewhere in some life, this one or another one, you did something, you sent something out. Remember, karma's not good or bad. It's the return of the energy that you put out. Okay? So you are just reaping what you've sown. So that's why it's so important that you do not give up, right? Because they that will seek after him will find him. I will lead and guide you into all truth. Because when you start asking God, what is going on with my life? I don't understand it. I'm trying to do your will and fulfill my purpose. What is it? Look, you got to work some stuff out. He's got to why do you think they call it reconciliation? You got to reconcile all that stuff. You got to work all that stuff out. I'm telling you. Okay? When you finally come to terms with something, and Spirit will tell you, my life was a series of just crazy stuff. I mean, I could not explain it. Couldn't keep a job. I'm like, why can't I keep a job? I'm talented. I got all these skills. What is wrong? You know, I started thinking like something was wrong with. No, there was nothing wrong with me. I had karma I had to work out. I had to reconcile some things. Because apparently, in some life timeline, I was an executive or a boss, and I fired a lot of people. So I had to reap what I sown. Now, you guys may disagree with me. I really don't care. But I'm telling you how I've come to be and realize what works for me. So I'm just sharing, okay? I knew it. My spirit knew it, right? My spirit knew it. I stopped blaming everybody. Oh, they don't like me. Oh, they jealous of me. Or this and that and whatnot. No. That was my shit I had to deal with. So the more you wrestle with that, the more you keep experiencing it. But if you finally just realize and understand and develop an understanding that this is my story, right? And you know what the hardest thing is? Having to explain it to people, because it ain't gonna make no sense. But that's okay. That's why it's so important. Remember, we talked about Abraham last week. That when your purpose starts calling you, and it will. See, it's going to call you because, thank you, Spirit. When it calls you, you're going to go on a journey. It's called your purpose and your destiny. That's why I call it destiny, because you got to travel. And you got to take a trip. And during that trip, you're going to have experiences to work out your karma. So that you can finally become the you that purpose belongs to. See, because remember now, he was born a trickster, a deceiver, Jacob, you know. But he arrived and became Israel, the father of many nations. That's Abraham, ain't it? Y'all know. Israel, right? So when you finally sit and want to find out what your purpose is, because it's calling you, that's where you're destined to arrive, right? That's your destiny. Your purpose is calling you. So, you know, I kind of feel like I came here kind of like with the answers in my pocket. Some of, because I kind of knew. I was like, man, I need to stop doing this because I know the Lord gonna get me. I knew I was going to. I'm like, I don't want to get stuck like this. And you know, if you are Stu, you'll see the signs, right? So I remember down in Key West, I was partying and stuff. I had no business doing that. I know eventually I had to stop. I'm like, man, I gotta stop this. I had to get myself together, you know. And I was at a bar, right? And I saw this lady, right? She must have been like in her, I guess, early 60s. I was like, oh God, please, don't let me wind up like that. I don't want to be no old drunk, you know, sitting on. You know, I knew that I was nearing, I needed to, finally go, get myself in line, right? It was my purpose calling you. So all throughout your life, you'll get these signs telling you, okay, if you keep going this journey, this is where you're gonna end up. So you need to line up with your purpose so that you can reach your destination and walk out your stuff, walk it out, go through those experiences, because that's all it is. It's just an experience, right? So what if you have 4 or 5 houses? Who cares? They don't belong to you anyway. So what if you have 20, 30 jobs? Who cares? You still here, ain't you? Embrace these experiences as what they are, experiences, so that you can become, because they're for you. They're not against you. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So all these experiences that you're going through, you are becoming. It's your purpose. So in order to fulfill and get to your purpose, you have to become that, right? So God knows the end from the beginning, and you wrote out your story with him. Okay. So if you know that your destination is right there, right? I'm just pointing. It's right there. Then it doesn't matter what you encounter along that path. If you decide, and you have, I'm going to arrive there, I'm going to make it there, you ain't going to give up. See, it's the ones that, because see, it's comfortable. It's comfortable to stay in your, that's why I call you comfort zone, because it's natural to you. Some people arrive here, yeah, everybody do, arrive here, they just got natural talents. Where do you think that come from? Another life, another experience. Oh, they got a gift. Yeah, it's a gift. Yeah, but it's something you brought here, right? It's something that's comfortable. But your purpose is going to challenge you, because it's not going to be easy. It wasn't supposed to be, because it's exact opposite of your comfort zone. So if something's comfortable, the exact opposite, what do you think the exact opposite of comfortable is? Uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for me. I'm sharing. You guys know. I'm a share. It's uncomfortable for me to save my money. Why? Because in my comfort zone, I always had it. It was always given to me, right? There was no discipline. So it's a constant, right? I create scenarios where I got to just tap into my little savings and get it out. But God's grace is sufficient. But I'm telling you, your purpose, it was uncomfortable for Jacob to wrestle. It was uncomfortable. He was wrestling with his purpose. He was wrestling with that God version of him. He was wrestling. He was like, I'm not going to give up. I refuse to give up. But this version of me is wrestling with it. So he finally realized, okay, if I am to become Israel, then you need to bless me. Equip me to become Israel. So we gave him a name. He named him Israel. You're no longer Jacob. Okay. You won't give up. I see you won't give up. So here you go. See, there's something about refusing to give up. Even as you standing there with tears rolling down your face, staring in the mirror, I will not give up. It was then, getting misty, it was then when I finally decided I was not going to give up, that my life took a turn for the better. Because it was so easy for me just to take myself out. I'm done. I'm just, many times, they take me to the hospital and everything. That damn ego, I'm telling you, man, it wants to take you out because it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for your purpose, right? It's uncomfortable for your ego because your purpose is calling you, right? That's a war. But when I decided and I sat in whatever experience I was experiencing at the time, when I sat in it and I said, you know what? Whatever's going to be, it's going to be. Because I remembered that all along my journey towards my purpose calling me, I was sowing seeds, right? Sowing good seeds. My mother said to me, she said, "You come here giving stuff away." She said, "You gave your brand new dress when you was 4 or 5 years old to the girl down the street because she didn't have nothing. And you ran in the house. I saw you when you did it. You ran in the house on my mommy, mommy, mommy. Now she got a nice dress because she didn't have anything. I come here knowing what I needed to do. I'm serious. So all my life I've just been a giver, right? Most of the time, early years, it was to get something back because I was manipulative. So as I evolved spiritually and grew up, it's just my nature. I'm a generous person, right? Because I understand the law, right? You sow what you reap. You reap what you sow. So, I understand that law. And I came here understanding what I needed to do. I really did. And I think before I arrived here, before the foundation of the world, I knew you, my conversation with God, I had just decided and intended that I was going to work out my stuff, that I was not going to just bail out when things got hard or pressurized. I wanted to, but I think my agreement in my life, my soul contract, stipulated she gonna want to do it. But Grace, this is where you got to step in. Don't take her out. Grace, keep her here because she agreed and she decided that she was gonna do it this life. I really believe that. I mean, you guys, this is what gives me peace. I stopped blaming some devil. I stopped blaming some person. And I started owning my shit and started realizing, okay, I'm the master of my soul, the God in me. And I need to come to terms with my stuff and work it out so that I can align with my purpose. You cannot align with your purpose if you allow your ego to be a part of it. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. I'll let y'all think about that for a second. It ain't gonna work. Everything that I experience makes sense to me now. Everything. It really does. Everything that I went through, it made sense to me to realize that this was something that I had to experience to work out my karma, right? To reap what I had sown. Now, in addition to that, your journey, I'm telling you now that you understand what this is, all along your journey, your purpose, I encourage you that while you're going through these experiences, you become a giver of good things, positivity things, love, kindness, generosity, unconditional love. See, all these things that are required of you to work out to align with your purpose will be the very experience, right? It will be the experiences. So me, because of everything that I experienced, I didn't feel loved, right? So I had to sow that. So now I'm reaping it. I had to work that out, you know. I had to be generous and kind and give. And why are you always so generous? I don't know. I just want because it's a part of my agreement. I am to be generous to reconcile all the stuff I stole from folks in another life. Oh, she's such a sweet person. I ain't always been like that. I know. Okay. She just so kind and just a bucket of love. Yeah, I ain't always been like that. My karma proves it. But that has nothing to do with now. That was my past life. Being Jacob was his past life, right? Although he lied and deceived to get the birthright, when he realized that he should not have done that to his brother. He received his blessing. He got a name change. He finally aligned with his purpose. See? So despite whatever it is that you feel like you done, if you reconcile that stuff, and you'll know because it feel like you've slain the biggest giant, because you'll feel as if I've done it. My books, the clay is slain. And you'll get signs now if you're open. Because this time last summer, fall, I used to, very beach, I come out here and I worked out my stuff, man. I did it. I'm like, I had the ceremonies. I wrote my letters and I forgave people and I burned the letters, all that stuff, all those practices they tell you to do to put closure to stuff. And I was just so grateful that I was still here. And I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you, God's grace is amazing. It is forever here. His mercy and kindness. When it was time for me to come out of the depths of my despair, gloom, despair, and agony on me. Hee-haw. So when I started, the music started finding me again, and songs that would fill my heart, and start healing me. It was like the balm of Gilead. That's what music is, like the balm of Gilead to me. Okay. But it started to heal me, and I started to come up out of my dark night, the depths, right? Because, see, I honestly believe that in order for you to, thank you, Spirit, great analogy, in order for you to evolve spiritually, you got to go all the way down into the depths, right? Because if you don't, there's always going to be something on the undercurrent. So you have to go all the way to the depths of hell. You got to go all the way down there, right? Because they call it the 7 layers of 7 somethings of hell or something. I really believe that it's a metaphor for the depths of the dark nights of your soul. You got to go all the way down to the bottom, right? Because you don't know what's in there, but guess who knows what's in there? Spirit. That's why when Jesus was crucified, he went straight to hell. He had to, because in order to qualify him to be elevated, he had to go all the way down in there. But when he come out, he had keys. So when you go through your dark night of the soul, make no mistake, you ain't alone now. Allow Spirit to take you all the way down so you can address all these issues, right? So that you can reconcile your karma, so that you can heal yourself. Because guess what? If you do that and you do it willingly and not knowing what's going to take place tomorrow, but trusting in the little bit of faith you got, and you go, okay, I'm ready to go. And you go, and it's going to be scary. It's going to be sad. Whatever it is, it's going to be. But make no mistake, God is with you. So go with him. Let him take you down up in there, the God in you. Let Spirit take you down up in there so that you can address all these issues. Because as you're coming back up, guess what's gonna consider joy. Your rope, right? Consider joy. So you'll be dropped down into the depths of despair, right? But when it's time, when you've worked out all that stuff and addressed all those ghosts and demons that's down up in there, called your past life and things that you've experienced and your issues, when you go through all that and experience it, guess what? When it's done, a rope will be thrown for you. And it's called joy. So to me, music is my joy, right? And I'll never forget, I was out here on this beach, and I know what it was. It was one day I was in my old room, staying in my parents' house. And you guys know I love music. And this song came on daily. It's called Look Up. That was the first one. And it began to, and I remember the first time I heard it, and whew, it was like he wrote that song for me. Kind of did, I know. Spirit inspired him. And I remember looking up, and it was the stars. It was dark night, and the stars were all shining bright. It says, sun gone dun, 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 dun. And I can't play it because I'll get in trouble. But you guys look it up daily. Look up. When they shine, they'll shine for you, when they come back. And it really helped to start healing me, and it letting me know that, it was for my benefit. Now, I didn't know that a year from now, I'd be sitting here in front of you guys, streaming all over the world, right? Sharing. But this time last year, that's what I was going through. Right. Okay. The next song was Two Hearts by Phil Collins, right? And so I'm going to close it out. When you go through your dark night, when you're left alone, and you go through those experiences and you address all your karmic issues and you reconcile that, you'll know that you have cleared the books. Thank you, Spirit. You'll know that you've cleared the books and you've turned the page in your life, because you will not stay in your dark night. A lot of people don't make it out because they don't identify what it is, right? But I'm here to let you know what that is. It's not depression. It's what you need to go through so that you can come back out, evolve, right? So that you can qualify to align with your purpose. So when you feel like you're depressed and all this kind of stuff, that's your purpose. Telling you, look, I need to take you somewhere so we can work some stuff out so that you can finally align with who you were called to be, who you were destined to be. That's why there's always that conflict. Ain't no conflict with nobody else but you. And you're creating all these scenarios and experiences with other folks because you're in conflict with yourself. Your purpose is in conflict with your comfort zone. Does that make sense? So when you finally allow Spirit to take you into that dark night, those dark crevices of your soul, to show you all them spider webs and haints, they call it, and ghosts and demons and all that kind of stuff, the label you want to call it, devils, whatever you want to call it. It's those dark things, those dark versions of you. And you address that, then joy will be your rope to pull you up out of there. And the next thing you know, you'll be aligned with your purpose and you'll be walking in the fullness of joy. Because all that stuff you think you're trying to get, it's in your land of purpose. Joy, goodness, gladness, abundance, all that stuff. But you got to work that stuff out. If Jesus had to do it, and he is our model, make no mistake, in order to exist in Christ consciousness, you got to go through the same thing. It may not be literal. It's going to feel like that, though. It's going to feel like you've been nailed to the cross. It's going to feel like you're stuck and that you're dying and God done left you. It's going to feel like that. But make no mistake, but never leaving nor forsaking now. So allow yourself to go through that experience to annihilate your ego. Go down to the depths of hell. But you coming back with some keys, baby. And those keys, those very keys you come back with, are going to be the very key that's going to open the door for somebody else. Make no mistake, your purpose is assigned to someone else's deliverance. All right? Okay? All this other stuff, houses, lands, cars, husbands, children, dogs, all whatever it is that brings you joy and satisfaction, that's like frosting. But the cake of it all is for you to align with your purpose to be more like Christ consciousness. That's it. Okay? Woo! Another Friday, guys. Another episode of the Right Along with Vanessa Morning Show. I'm telling you guys, it's interesting because the day before I'm like, God, how am I gonna tie this up now? How am I gonna? He's like, how long we been doing this? I'm like, so I just meditate and just sit in it, and I don't put too much thought into it. I do my research and stuff just to get my little notes and everything, but I totally rely on Spirit in my to download this information to me. And I'm visual, so I see it in pictures and I'm able to communicate it and articulate it to you guys. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's Right Along with Vanessa morning show. I know I have. I'm telling you, it feeds me. It feeds my soul, right? And Mildred says, I'm starting a wake up with music in my soul and I'm singing along. It's like the radio is playing and I'm singing. Yep. I feel a song in my heart again. You wake up because you know what that's going. Now I'm gonna share with you, Mildred. Thank you, Mildred. What's happening is that's your joy, right? So you're getting into that vibratory mood that's going to keep you in that joyful state, and your presence. There's fullness of joy, and the joy of the Lord is my strength. The joy of the Lord. The Lord lives here. The Lord, the joy of the Lord is my strength. So you're being strengthened, my love, to become empowered and equipped to fulfill your purpose. Isn't that wonderful? So I want to thank you guys. Let me look at some comments now. I can see them. Your raw and authentic truth will help somebody. That thank you, Elisa. Well, I'm so glad, Mildred, that you hung out, and hopefully that explained what's going on. Yep, you're starting to wake up. I know that feeling, my love. I know that feeling. Yep, that's because you went to bed like that. And if you continue doing so, the next thing you know, your life will be your life, where it's fullness of joy all the time. And in spite of whatever you're going through, that radio in your soul will strengthen you and encourage you to keep going. So hold on, my love. It's a new day. God's doing a new thing, and it's all for you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. My social media, thank you guys so much for your comments. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for catching on the replay. And I want you guys to share this, the ones on social media, share this. And also, guys who are watching me on KP Media TV, please turn people on to the network. Turn people on to my channel so that we can get the more. Just share it, because the intention of this is to bring enlightenment and encouragement and to empower you guys to be the best version of who you think you are, right? And to just take you and let you look at the Word of God from a different perspective. And speaking of that, I also have another show on Sundays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Spiritually Speaking, with my guest co-host, Michelle Massey Washington, who is a spiritual subject matter expert. And she's just a groovy chick, and she is an enlightened soul. And we are covering the book of Genesis, right? So we're going to go through all the see. I'm just touching on some of these Genesis stories, but if you really want, because we have an hour, right? If you really want to really take a deep dive into God, you want to tune in on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the KP Media TV network. We're streaming worldwide. It's very exciting. It is a very exciting time. So I want you guys to get as much as you can so that you can be enlightened and equipped and finally be set free into who you were meant to be. Oh, thank you, Spirit. I know that. Let me put my glasses back on so I can see what this is. So as we wrap this up. Oh, hey, cuz. Thank you so much for chiming in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, well, speaking of my cousin, it's my cousin's Latonda McNair's birthday. Happy birthday, cousin. Is there something in my nose? Oh, I'm good. Yeah, so I want to thank you guys so much. Oh, hey, Auntie. Hey, Auntie, how are you? Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for sharing on social media. Thank you for enjoying the replay. And remember, Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is not your typical Bible study, Spiritually Speaking, with myself and Michelle Massey Washington, right here on the KP Media TV network live. And if you guys want to catch it on demand, you can always go back and find my channel on the same network. You'll see my big mouth, my picture, and you can catch it on demand 24/7. How's that? So until Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on KP Media TV network, I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. And until Sunday, guys, stay in love. Mwah.
Join us this Sunday on Spiritually Speaking with Vanessa, with my guest co-host, Michelle Massey Washington, your spiritual subject matter expert. We are taking a deep dive into Genesis, more specifically, the tree of life. You are not going to want to miss each episode as we go into Genesis for the rest of 2020. Join Michelle Massey Washington and myself Sundays live, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the KP Media TV network. You are not going to want to miss each episode as we go into Genesis for the rest of 2020. Join Michelle Massey Washington and myself Sundays live, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the KP Media TV network. Stay in love. Thank you for enjoying the show. If you have an awesome product or service that you would like Vanessa to promote, go to www.vanessaclinger.com/show sponsor and we'll get back to you. We have monthly sponsorship programs, ad slots, all kinds of wonderful great things to promote your product or service. Contact Vanessa today.